The following is a presentation of PH Athletics. We welcome you to Pascack. We welcome you to Pascack Hills High School. That is not working. We welcome you to Pascack Hills in Montvale as we have a double here for Avali Castillo of Fort Lee. This is the Bergen Invitational Tournament preliminary round game between Pascack Hills and Fort Lee. I'm Matthew Merlino. Thanks for joining us. A leadoff double for the visiting Fort Lee Bridgemen and their senior catcher Avali Castillo now bringing up Eleanor Yu, the sophomore shortstop. And this one goes foul. So no one count for you. Starting pitcher as always for Hills is Taylor Pollock. Her catcher today is Hannah Brinkman. At first, as always, Christine Diaz. Second base features Chloe Sutton. Short is Emily Rennie, the senior, and third is the sophomore Emilia Alvarez. And left, the freshman Ava Angrisani. Center features the junior Brielle Siegenthaler. And in right is the senior Riley Sneath. 1-1 count here for Eleanor Yu. It's the preliminary round in the Bergen Invitational Tournament. The winner of this game will advance and then play a team that will drop down from the championship bracket as Brinkman able to catch the foul tip. At second, Castillo still safe, but there is one away. And so here is Jenna Yang, the junior second baseman. As we were saying, the winner of this one advances in the Invitational and will play the loser of the 23-10 matchup in the championship bracket, that being Dumont at Waldwick. So we may have a Hills-Waldwick rematch. If you remember back a few weeks ago, our first softball game of the year had a 7-run, 2-out rally in the bottom of the sixth. Hills did to beat Waldwick. Ground ball over to Alvarez. Throw to first in time. 2 away at third. Throw will not be made, so Castillo advances a base away from scoring. And there's 2 away now for the cleanup hitter and the left fielder Taylor Sulis. They played Fort Lee and Hills earlier this season, a game in which Hills beat Fort Lee 6-2. Down at the home of the Bridgemen. And these two teams very familiar with each other. They've played pretty much every year since 2014. And the overall series in favor of the Broncos, 12 wins and 3 losses for Hills. Most recent Fort Lee win was last year, though. They did get a 6-5 win at their home last season. 4-8 this year, 1-4, have not won on listed road games. They're 0-3 in those. And 18th of the 23 teams in the North 1 Group 3 PowerPoint rankings. Hills with a win yesterday against the third team in those rankings, as being the Riverdale Golden Hawks. 3 balls, 1 strike here for Sulis. And she'll take ball 4, so there are runners on the corners now for Fort Lee as the third baseman Sydney Kim comes up to bat. Bridgman seeded 39th of the 40 teams that entered the Bergen County tournaments this season. Hills the 26th seed, so just 2 spots out of the championship bracket of 24 teams. But it's nice to be able to host a county game no matter what tournament it's in. Oh, 1 count here for Pollock. The batter is Kim. That one fouled off. I'm Matthew Merlino. Thanks for spending your Saturday morning with us. It's 11 a.m., just past 11 a.m. here. We have a doubleheader for you today with 2 county tournament games. Of course, we have softball here, and then we have boys lacrosse, the 4th seed in the Bergen Invitational Tournament in boys lacrosse this season, taking on the 5th seed, that being the Demarest Norsemen, a team whom they beat just a few days ago. And CJ Driver going for the overall Bergen County point record in that game as well. Tape to lead coverage. There's a fly ball over to right. Sneath will make the catch and send Hills back to the dugout middle of the first, and no score. Welcome back to Pascack Hills. A hot day here. Temperatures reaching the low 80s, mostly in the high 70s and low 80s for the day. Hills is up to bat. The pitcher for Fort Lee today is Raina Kim, the sophomore, as Ava Angrisani flies out to the shortstop, at being Eleanor Yu. And that puts one away. Here comes Taylor Pollock now to the plate. And on deck, as usual, the third batter, Christine Diaz. Outside ball 1 for Pollock. That one caught the outside edge, so a 1-1 count. Very hot day, a little bit of cloud cover coming in from behind as Pollock gets a base hit into shallow center with one away, and now Diaz to the plate with Pollock on first. Called strike 1. Pollock stays at first. That one low and inside. So the count at 1-1. Outside. Two balls, one strike for Christine Diaz. Ground ball foul down the third baseline. And it's 2-2. Nice breeze cooling us off. And we get a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Diaz. Pollock at first and one away. In the dirt, Pollock sprints to second. Didn't need to go that fast because it'll be a walk for Diaz. And there are runners on second and first now as Riley Sneath comes to the plate. Hills on a 2-game winning streak, including that 6-1 victory over Riverdale yesterday in the league, and an 11-7 win at Hasbrook Heights a few days before. Strike 1 called. Meanwhile, Fort Lee with a one-loss streak. That was a 15-0 thrashing by Ridgefield Park. Pollock at third. is safe. So she is a base away from scoring, and there are runners on second and third as Diaz advanced as well. One out, and a 1-1 count for Sneath at the plate. And call it a 2-1 count. And Fort Lee, despite losing their 3 of their last 5, they actually outscored their opponents 31-25 runs in those last 5 games. As Sneath hits one, it will drop and get through. Pollock will score. Diaz is being waved home. The throw from right is dropped as well, and it will be a 2 RBI triple for Riley Sneath. And now here is Hannah Brinkman, the catcher, with the potential to bring Sneath home. Strike one. That went outside, so 1 ball and 1 strike for the senior catcher. That one just foul from Brinkman. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Takes it inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 1 out. Outside for a full count now. Grounder over to third. Throw to first. In time at the plate. Sneath is out. So it will be... No, she's safe. Looks like the umpire was saying out. I guess that was to Brinkman at first. 3-0 Hills lead now with the bases empty and 2 away for Brielle Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler fouls this one over. Next pitch is hit well into left, and it will be a base hit for Siegenthaler, with 2 away to bring up Chloe Sutton. A little high. 1 ball, no strikes for Sutton. And that one outside as well, so a 2-0 count for the sophomore. Swing and a miss for Sutton. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball foul down the third base line, evens up the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss for Sutton, and that will end a productive first inning for Pascack Hills. They lead Fort Lee 3-0 in the preliminary round of the Bergen County Invitational Softball Tournament. Top of the second inning in Montvale, and a 1-0 count here. Pitch from Pollock a little low, so ball two now for Kayla Richmond, the freshman center fielder. Richmond with a line drive to Rennie, who's able to handle it, and there's one away. And up comes Raina Kim now, the pitcher. Swing and a miss for Kim, the sophomore. Here's the 0-1. Strike two called. High fly ball and foul for Kim to keep the at-bat going. No balls, two strikes. That one low. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Raina Kim. Pollock puts two away. And now it will be Georgina Schlitano, excuse me. She is the right fielder, another sophomore, swings and misses. There's a potential catch. It just gets over Diaz. It will be a base hit for Schlitano with two out, and now it will be Bella Plout, the junior first baseman. Strike one is called. Swing and a miss for Plout, excuse me. No balls, two strikes, two out, and a runner on. The pitch from Pollock. Grounder over towards Sudden. She'll make the throw to first and send Hills back to the dugout, still up by three at the middle of two. Amelia Alvarez leading off in the bottom of the second and fouls. Pitch number one from Raina Kim. 0-1 count for the sophomore. This one a grounder fouled down the first base line this time. 0-2. Swing and a miss for Alvarez, and it will be a strikeout for Kim. And now up comes Emily Rennie. Rennie called strike one off the curve from Raina Kim, the sophomore. Showed bunt for his second, pulled back. It's correct decision. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now one curved outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. for Emily Rennie, the senior shortstop. Swing and a miss. And we have an even 2-2 count. And Rennie swings and misses for out number 2 and strikeout number 2 for Kim. And up comes Ava Angrisani now. A little low and outside. Ball 1 to Angrisani. High bunt catchable and laying out for it, the catcher, Avali Castillo. End of the second inning, still 3-0 Hills, but unable to get any runners on base in the bottom of 2. Top of the third and still a 3-0 Pascack Hills lead. Fort Lee trying to eat into that. We'll see if they can here. This looks like the catcher Castillo, who led off in the first, she'll be hitting here. And 1 ball, no strikes. That one fouled back. Castillo led off with a double to start the game, her second at bat today. That one was just outside. Swing and a miss for Castillo. Board shows a 1-0 count, but I'm going to overrule and say it's 2-2. The pitch from Pollock. Hit high over to Sneath. Coming up and making the catch, Riley Sneath. So a fly out to right for Castillo, and now the shortstop, Eleanor Yu. Strike 1 called on the low edge. That one was a little too high, so 1 ball and 1 strike to the sophomore. Two balls, 1 strike. Fly ball out to Sneath once again. Oh, just dropped it. Just fell out of the glove. So it will be a single for Yu with 1 out, and now Jenna Yang to the plate. Showing bunt, pulled back. Strike 1. Grounder getting through out towards Angrisani and left, a base hit for Yang. And now Taylor Sulis, the junior left fielder. Strike one for Pollock. Chopper over towards Sutton, mishandles it, and the bases are loaded. Runners on all bases now after the Sulis single. Here is Sydney Kim, the sophomore, and a little chat for Coach Ali Mende, her pitcher Taylor Pollock, and the rest of her squad. After the quick chat, Pollock facing Sydney Kim. The Hills 3-run lead in danger, especially there. Siegenthaler can't get there. Kim will have a 2 RBI double. We have a 1-run game. Strike one is called for Kayla Richmond. And that one was a little low and inside, so a 1-2 count here. Richmond, grounder, handled by Pollock. Throw to first in time, throw to home, little high, but she's out. Called her out. So the lead will stay, although it is just 1 run as we go to the middle of the 3rd. Taylor Pollock, after making the play to end the top of the 3rd inning, now leads off the bottom of the 3rd inning with a 1-run Pascack Hills lead against Fort Lee. This is the preliminary round of the Bergen County Invitational Tournament. As Pollock fouls this one back. Have an 0-1 count. Apologize if our video's a little choppy. Heat getting to the computer. Another foul ball for Pollock. And it's an 0-2 count. The winner of this game will play their next round at the loser of Dumont and Waldwick. So Hills with the potential for a rematch against the Warriors, whom they beat off of a 7-run, 2-out rally. 2-2. Pollock, another foul ball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for Pollock, and there's 1 away now. Here is Christine Diaz, Riley Sneath on deck. Ball 1 to Diaz. And she has a 2-out base hit. It'll hit the wall. I think she's going to turn 2. She will. Throw is not going to be in time. Christine Diaz with a 1-out double. And now here's Riley Sneath. Hannah Brinkman is on deck. Fly ball for Sneath. It will be foul. No, a Did they call it fair? They did, and Diaz is coming home. Let's see. The umpire is talking to the Hills coaching staff. They called that fair, so I'm not sure why they were talking to the Hills staff, because that was a fair ball. So Diaz scored, made this a 4-2 game, and Sneath has an RBI single with one out. Here's Hannah Brinkman. High fly ball for Brinkman all the way over and left. It was just foul. So an 0-1 count. There's a grounder getting through for Brinkman. And they're going to advance because it got through the left fielder. A double for Brinkman. And Sneath advances to third. And now it will be Brielle Siegenthaler. Ball one for Siegenthaler. The pitcher still Raina Kim. Second pitch a little low. And it's quickly a 3-0 count for Siegenthaler here. And it will be a 4-pitch walk for the junior. Bases now loaded with one away, and Chloe Sudden at the plate. Top of the fourth beginning here as we have a high fly ball, a bit too high, and Rennie comes back to make the catch and put one away. There's one away. That was Raina Kim, the pitcher. Now this is Georgina Shilitano. Line drive over towards Angrisani. It will go foul. She'll look at ball one here. 1 ball, 1 strike for the sophomore right fielder. That one's called strike 2 for Pollock here. Has one away and none on. Foul ball to keep it at a 1-2 count. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that went a little low for Pollock. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here for Georgina Schlitano. Here's a fly ball. Pollock will not lay out for it, and it will be a base hit for Schlietano. Runner on first and one out. Now Bella Plout, who hits this one to Rennie, throw to first in time. They called that a foul ball for Schlietano, so 2 out, none on. And now Bella Plout will come on to the plate because that was Schlietano grounding out to short. In the dirt, 1-0. Emily Rennie leading off in the bottom of the fourth for Pascack Hills, trying to add to a 3-run lead over Fort Lee. Pitcher is still Raina Kim. Rennie trying to bunt. That's going to stay fair, and it will be a base hit. No, I don't think so. Just went foul as Rennie was getting to first. 0-1. Strike two is called. High fly ball for Rennie. It will be caught at second by Jenna Yang. So there's one away now, and Ava Angrisani comes to the plate. First batter in the Hills lineup. Bunt for Angrisani. It's going to stay fair, and she'll get to first. Runner on, 1 out. Taylor Pollock now at the plate. Fly ball foul and caught. Good play from Bella Plout to put 2 away, and now here is Christine Diaz. Diaz, another catchable foul ball, but it goes over the dugout. Pitch low. Angrisani sprinting towards second, and she'll get there with plenty of time. 2 out. And it's Diaz with a 1-1 count outside for ball 2. Base hit for Diaz into left. Angrisani being waved home. The throw is not in time, and at second, Diaz will be safe. She may go 3. She will. Mishandling center fielder. It is an RBI triple for Christine Diaz with 2 out. And here's Riley Sneath, now with a 4-run Hills lead. Ooh, that one high. No runners will advance because it stays behind the plate. 1-0. Oh, wild pitch on the other side of Sneath. 2 balls, no strikes for the senior. Three-zero count for Sneath. And a 4-pitch walk. So there's runners on the corners now. Hannah Brinkman at the plate, another senior, and this one the catcher. That one dropped out of the glove. Sneath will make her way to second. 2 runners in scoring position here. All Brinkman has to. Start of the 5th inning in Montvale. Reminder that this is not the only county tournament game, both today and this week. Later today, we'll have boys lacrosse against Demorest in the BIT quarterfinals, and we also expect CJ Driver. He is in contention as we have a base hit towards Sneath. Driver in contention, just 6 points away from breaking the Bergen County point record. And then we also have girls lacrosse in their county tournament game on Monday, and we will be in Lyndhurst on Wednesday afternoon as baseball takes on Bergen Catholic, the round of 16 in the Bergen County tournament, the championship bracket. But the first game for both of those teams, they both receive first round byes. It's a very weird format this year in the Bergen County tournament. 0-1 count. Pitch is inside. Chopper, Diaz unable to get there. Still a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fly ball out to Siegenthaler. She'll make the catch. Throw to first is in time. Double play for Hills. Siegenthaler with the fly out and then the throw over to Diaz to get Castillo out. That was Eleanor Yu on the fly out, and now this is Jenna Yang at the plate with 2 out and now none on. One 0 count. And this one low as well. So 2 balls, no strikes for Jenna Yang. Swing and a miss. And we have a 2-1 count, excuse me. Ground ball foul. Even 2-2 count now. With 2 out for Pollock in the top of the 5th. Jenny Yang at the plate. Fort Lee down by 4. This is the exact score that Hills won by earlier this season when they played down in Fort Lee. There is a base hit, and it will be a ground rule double as it curves past the fence. A 2-out ground rule double, that one for Jenna Yang. And here is Taylor Sulis with 2 out and a runner on. Strike 1 called. That one fouled off for an 0-2 count. Top of the 5th here. Hills up by 4. Swing and a miss. That one for Brielle Siegenthaler, it looks like. And she'll take one inside for a 2-1 count. Siegenthaler swings and misses. A full count here, 3-2. That one a wild pitch for ball 4. And Siegenthaler able to get on first. Here comes Chloe Sutton. Sutton showing bunt, missed it. 0-1 count. This one fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. Sutton held off on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for the sophomore. And there's a nice hit into center. It's catchable and will be caught by Richmond. 1 out, and still Siegenthaler on first now as it'll be Amelia Alvarez. High fly ball for Alvarez. It is caught, however, by Sulis. Quick 2 outs. And now Emily Rennie will come to the plate. It is the top of the 6th inning and time running out for the Fort Lee Bridgemen. Just 2 more innings to try and come back down by 4 to Pascack Hills right now. Taylor Pollock still the pitcher. Just threw a ball. Here comes the 1-0. Fly ball foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a base hit over towards Sneath. It will stay as a base hit. A good one from Sydney Kim. And now up comes Kayla Richmond. That one high, runner going. Throw was in time, but the tag not placed, so Kim able to steal as the base comes up. They'll fix it. 1-0 count at the plate. Fort Lee able to score as we had a few audio issues here. So it is 6-3. And there's a runner on first for the Bridgemen. In the top of the 6th inning, none out. High fly ball. It'll be Sutton who makes the catch, puts one away. That was Raina Kim on the fly out. Now here is Georgina Schlitano. First pitch hit high. Infield, and Pollock comes over to make the catch. So there's 2 out now. 6-3 in the top of the 6th. And now Bella Plout at the plate. Swing and a miss. And now an 0-1 count. Pickoff at first. Not in time. It was close. And a 1-1 count at the plate. Swing and a miss for Plout. 1-2 with 2 away. Chopper goes off Pollock's glove. Rennie, the throw, not in time. And here is Avali Castillo. It is Ava Angrisani, the freshman, who will lead off in the bottom of the 6th inning. Has a hit off the pitcher's glove. Throw to first is in time, though. So 1 away. And now Taylor Pollock at the plate. Strike 1 called. Raina Kim still the Fort Lee pitcher. That one in the dirt for Kim. And Pollock has 1 ball and 1 strike. Pollock with a high fly ball over to right center. It's going to drop. Miscommunication allows Taylor Pollock to get on base. And here's Christine Diaz. A 1 for Diaz at the plate. 1 out. Here's a chopper. Could drop it. Will again. Pollock will get to second. She's going to turn for 3, and she'll be safe. Diaz able to advance to second as well. Here is Riley Sneath, the cleanup hitter, trying to add to the Hills lead, and Hannah Brinkman is also on deck. Strike 1 called. Wild pitch here, but no runners will advance. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one on the outside edge, a little too far outside. 2 balls, 1 strike for Riley Sneath. And 3-1 now. And Sneath will take her walk. Bases loaded now for the catcher, Hannah Brinkman. See if she can bring in multiple runs here. It's Taylor Pollock on third, trying to give herself a couple of insurance runs here, bolster the lead when they go to the top of the 7th. We have a 2-0 count. Make it a 3-0 count now for Raina Kim. And it'll be a 4-pitch walk. Brinkman will get to first. Pollock will come home. It is now a 7-3 ball game. There's just 1 out. Brinkman will be pinch ran for. Here, by the looks of it, it's Megan Kenny who comes over to pinch run. And now it's Brielle Siegenthaler at the plate, just 1 out. Chloe Sutton on deck. Siegenthaler fouls that one into the Fort Lee dugout. That one was low. Siegenthaler grounder to short. Throw home is in time. Bases stay loaded. Run does not score. And now there's 2 out for Chloe Sutton. Grounder towards short once again. It gets through. Kenny will advance to third. Sutton reaches on an error. Run does score. It is 8-3 with 2 out. And here is Amelia Alvarez, the sophomore. Had a couple of home runs earlier in the year. It's cooled off since then. See if she can recapture a little of that here and give Hills practically an insurmountable lead. It'd be a grand slam. It'd be a 9-run lead. One more would be a mercy. So that one gets fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. And here comes the 1-2. Fouled off and behind. At bat continues. 1-2 still for Alvarez. Swing and a miss for the sophomore, and we end the 6th with a 5-run Hills advantage. Fort Lee will need to tie in the next inning to keep things going. Top of the 7th, the last chance for Fort Lee to have a 5-run comeback. Taylor Pollock trying to finish out the complete game and advance Hills in the Bergen Invitational. There's a ground ball to Rennie. Throw in time, 1 away. The winner will play at the loser of Dumont and Waldwick. The loser there dropping down from the championship bracket to the invitational bracket of this year's Bergen County tournament. And they will host the winner of this one. One ball, no strikes. Fly ball foul. 1-1. One low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike here. In the dirt. Three balls and 1 strike. Line drive gets through to Angrasani in left, and it will be a base hit here for Bella Plout. As up comes Evely Castillo. 1 out and 1 on. Brinkman with a nice block, but it is still a ball. So a 1-0 count. High fly ball over to Angrisani. The freshman makes the catch. 2 out. Foul ball. One and one count here. 2 away. And a runner on first. Fly ball. Catchable. Pollock makes the catch. And the Broncos pull out a victory against Fort Lee in the Bergen Invitational Tournament. Final score, 8-3 for Pascack Hills over the Bridgman. They will advance in the BIT to take on the loser of the Dumont-Waldwick game. They'll play at whoever loses that one. We thank you for joining us here on PH Athletics. We will be back later today with boys lacrosse as they take on Demarest in their BIT quarterfinal game, and CJ Driver is also going for the Bergen County point scoring record. Until then, and until we see you again, this is Matthew Merlino. So long from Pascack Hills. Thank you for watching this presentation of PH Athletics. For more information, head to hills.pascack.org/athletics.